Hello everyone and welcome back to Wonderland. Here I am in Sydney because I live here and I work here, but I take every opportunity I can to escape this crazy city. Me travel lightly? I don't think so, but I have a smaller suitcase than I did when I went to Europe, but I still need the essentials. I had to work on the day of my travels and I was in the office, so I got a nice view of the city and the harbour to compensate. Who do we have to speak to get rid of that building and that crane that is obstructing my view? As soon as my day was finished, I was off. I had to catch the train and I walked as fast as I could and as fast as my little legs would take me. After some argy-bargy at St James Station, I managed to get on board the train that was heading to the airport. Join me as we go to the domestic station. I arrived in one piece and here we are at the domestic terminal, which will take us straight into the airport here at Sydney. Who doesn't love a travelator? Whee! I feel like Homer on The Simpsons when he was going, I must mow. Whee! If you know me, you know how much I love a bag tag. Let me tell you a little story about my bag tag. Here I have a Qantas frequent flyer bag tag which should work domestically. Should work. Should. The lasers weren't working, it couldn't read my bag, and meanwhile all the other bags behind it were flying past it to get on the plane, so I had to readjust. Maybe that was the reason. Nope, still didn't work. So I heard a rumour they're phasing these out, so if it doesn't work, I can't use it anymore. And I'm back to my old friend, the sticky paper mess. Guess what, my friends? I'm not just going to the Qantas Club, I am going to the Panini Bar. No, this is business class lounge, which I was lucky enough to get into. Help yourself to a coffee or a panini. I decided to get one as I hadn't had much to eat and it was delicious with a few little chippies on the side. This is the real reason I come to the Qantas Club, Jaffas and my favourite licorice all sorts. Ooh, I love a bit of coffee literature as well. So you know I love to drag you to the toilets, and they were impeccably clean here at the domestic terminal. Maybe people don't get as nervous and there's not so many nervous poos here in the domestic terminal. Might as well use the conveniences while I have time. They have showers here too, just in case you needed one. The views from the domestic business class lounge are a lot better than the international one, as you can see right out into the apron, and you can also see into the hangar. Me old mate Fugler here says it's time to board. Full of panini, full of licorice all sorts, and full of Jaffas, it was time to head to the gate. Whoops, looks like someone went the wrong way. While it doesn't look it, Friday night is always really busy in the domestic airport. Here I am waiting at gate 11, just waiting for them to clean up all the crumbs in the plane. Qantas have now introduced group boarding, which makes it a little bit easier, but people are still frantic to get on board. You've got a seat. I know you've got a massive bag, but maybe you should have checked that in, toots. Wow, this line was long. And boy, was it hot in here as well. Dirty much? Finally, we're here. Touch the plane for luck. That's one small step for womankind. And we're not getting anywhere fast. I think there's some movement. Walking past all the people in business class, smirking at us as we go past. Buckle up, buttercup. Safety first. I had an aisle seat, so I apologise, there's no takeoff video, but everyone knows the trip from Sydney to Melbourne anyway. Ew, old and gross. I think a child has been gnawing on this seat, or a nervous passenger. Are you a total nerd like me and watch your own plane take off on the Flight Radar app? Looks like I'm sitting out on the tarmac, not in the plane. Once we were off, it was tucker time and there was no real cheese to be seen. I'm totally devastated. We got this sausage roll thing and I don't really like sausage rolls. But I love pastry and I'm so glad we got sauce, so I kind of just ate all the pastry and left the sausage. Sorry folks. You know it's always a video of mine when I bring on a suggestive sausage. The Melbourne flight isn't that long, and before we knew it we had to pack up our boxes of food and we were almost ready to land. And just like that, I arrived in Melbourne. I really enjoyed my flight. I always like flying with Qantas. Despite the age of the plane, it was a really good flight. I haven't been to Melbourne Airport for a long time, but it's still very much under renovation. If I ever get out of this tunnely, bridgey passage thingy. one to greet me. Where's Jeeves with my name on a card, or these days on an iPad? So here I was, about to collect my bag and looking forward to seeing Melbourne. I love Melbourne. I was purely here for some rest and some relaxation, but who got sick? I did. Whee! Don't you just want to sit on it? Look, I know you go to airport jail if you do sit on this, so I didn't do that. So I'm just waiting for the Uber to pick me up and head into my favourite city. What do you think flying domestically? Do you think it's worth having something to eat on the plane? Tell us about your favourite trip domestically, and tell me about your worst trip domestically. Drop us a comment, and while you're there, give us a thumbs up. It always helps me on my journeys. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I would love you to join me on my journeys in Wonderland. I'm going to leave you here, but don't forget to tell me about your favourite domestic flight and where you like to travel, and enjoy some of my photos from my trip doing some fun things in Melbourne.